Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Today I'm reviewing a pair of HO scale Canadian grain hoppers from InterMountain Railway Company. These models are decorated for the Canadian Wheat Board. One is in the orange and yellow scheme, the other red and black. Both models were loaned to me for review by Mark Wiens. Since these aren't my models, I'll be skipping the rip track segment. Otherwise, this will be just like any other product review. The current MSRP for one of these cars is $46.95. Mark paid $36.99 each for these cars in September 2021 from ModelTrainStuff.com. These cars are sold separately, but I'll be treating them as a set for the purposes of this review. Since there are two cars in this review, we'll start the models at 200 possible points. Each car comes in a cardboard box with a clear plastic window on top. Inside, a two-piece plastic cradle protects the model. A layer of flexible clear material protects against scratches. These are good boxes that should protect the models for storage and transport. National Steel Car Company built these 59-foot, 4550 cubic foot cylindrical covered hoppers between 1972 and 1985. About 20,000 of these cars were built for the Canadian government to help Canadian railroads haul grain. These cars were owned or leased by Canadian Pacific, Canadian National, and also supplied to various entities, including the provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta. These models have CPWX reporting marks indicating that they were operated by Canadian Pacific. Cars assigned to Canadian National had CNWX reporting marks. I wasn't able to find any photos of these exact cars, but I found several photos of cars with close numbers. Both models look to be a very close match with respect to detail and paint. These cars have been on the market for many years. I assembled my first one from a kit. InterMountain still offers undecorated kits, but I don't see any pre-painted kits available on their website currently. The paint on the car is opaque and the markings are crisp and free of voids. Small stencils are legible with magnification. My original CPWX car wasn't painted at all, but molded in red and black plastic. I've disguised that with some weathering, but the light still shines through the body in spots if you catch it at just the right angle. I'm glad InterMountain is painting them now. The cars have delicate stirrup steps at the corners. InterMountain has made a number of improvements to these cars over the years, such as the wire side ladder rungs and grab irons. The original cars had molded plastic ladder rungs. On the ends, the car has more wire ladders and grab irons, air hoses, and photo-etched crossover platforms. The B-end has a nicely done brake wheel assembly, and brake system components with wire plumbing are visible inside the end cage. Unfortunately, InterMountain did not add in coupling levers while doing all the other upgrades on these models. I feel like that's a miss, as most other cars in this price range typically have this detail, so I'm taking 5 points from both cars. Up top, the car has wire grab irons above the end ladders, another improvement over the plastic grab irons that used to come in some of the kits. Maybe the most noticeable change is the photo-etched roof walk. Older versions of this car had a solid plastic roof walk. The hatches on the roof are all the same type and don't open. Older InterMountain kit cars came with alternate styles of hatches that could be mixed and matched to simulate hatches that had been replaced. Underneath, the car has nice discharge gate detail. The piping along the sides of the car is wire, which looks better and is more durable than the plastic piping on older cars. The trucks have metal wheels with the standard RP25 tread profile. The single-piece trucks are a huge improvement over the original multi-piece design, which tended to fall apart. The car has metal knuckle couplers on both ends. Looking for a match on the horizontal center line, the coupler on the A end of the orange car is low, so I'm taking 5 points. The coupler on the B end is also low. The coupler on the A end of the red car is low. The coupler on the B end is also low. All the wheels on both cars are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. The orange car wobbles, meaning that the body continues to vibrate after the wheels have settled onto the track, so I'm taking 5 points. The red car doesn't wobble. The orange car weighs 4.9 ounces. The red car is slightly lighter at 4.7 ounces. The NMRA recommended weight for a car of this length is 4.75 ounces, and both of these cars are close to that. Both cars are free rolling. I can remember when InterMountain first came on the scene, they kind of set a new standard for detail with HO scale freight cars. It's nice to see that these models are still around. I am glad that they gave up on the equalized trucks idea. I know real trains have those, but I think in HO scale there's just not enough mass to keep both side frames, they do this kind of as they're going down the track, and there's just not enough mass in HO to keep all the wheels on the rails when that happens. The real cars are super heavy, so it's not a problem, but HO scale cars aren't that heavy. So nice to see just conventional trucks, which I'm sure will work just fine. I have a bunch of these cars. A lot of them are older, so I've upgraded the roof walks with Plano parts and done a bunch of other work to them. So it's nice to see InterMountain continuing to improve this car and release it with a lot of those things already done for you. I think that's really cool. Let's see what we've got. These cars lacked uncoupling levers, so I took 10 points in the paint and detail category. All the couplers were at the wrong height and the orange car wobbled, so I took 25 points in the standards and operation category. That leaves us with 165 out of 200 possible points, which averages to 82.5 points. I'll round up and give these cars a B on the report card. Individually, the red car scored 85 points, and the orange car scored 80. These are still nice looking models, and InterMountain has done a good job improving upon the original tooling. I'm giving them a green signal. I think InterMountain did a nice job updating this car. It's nice to see an older model that can hold its own against some newer offerings. If you like this video, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.